One of the most common challenge that a developer faces is lack of end-to-end knowledge of what is happening in a project, application or product. They are pretty much confined to their work area. For example, if you are an ETL developer, you are primarily responsible for loading and transforming the data between different sources. There is a good chance you don't know how that data will be used. With this video series, we will try to change that. We will move in more of a problem solving or consulting approach. We will see how a small business problem statement transforms in a project or product. Who are the key players and how the project flows between phases and a lot more. So this video series will give you a 360-degree picture of what happens from ideation to delivery of a project. In this video, we are going to talk about a lot of problem statements to set the right context for the entire series. Let's start with our first real-world problem. The entire retail industry is facing a teetering problem. The problem is, once I have finalized a product, I don't even want to wait for a single minute to buy it. Let's understand the magnitude of this problem. UK alone lost 14.3 billion pounds just because of long queues. And if you are not aware, a lot of stores have been closed by big retail chains over the last decade because of non-profitability. Noticing this particular challenge as a business opportunity, the higher management of a tech company will prepare its roadmap for them. In UK itself, it's a 14 billion pound opportunity. Now they would try to build a solution around improving checkout experiences in stores. Every company aims for increasing its revenue and profit. And in retail business, there are two key strategies for improving your revenues: upselling and cross-selling. Now a consulting company will reach out to an e-commerce company with a simple statement that they will help them increase revenue by cross-selling. So if you understand retail a little bit, there is something called product affinity. For example, a person who is buying bread is more likely to buy milk as well. Product association, market basket analysis, product affinity, these things are happening in our daily lives more often than you think. For example, if you visit any e-commerce website today, they will give you a suggestion. If you are trying to buy a mouse, this mouse pad may interest you as well. The aim is pretty simple. They want to increase their average transaction size and thus improving their revenues. So when you go and you buy a book, you get multiple recommendations that you may want to buy another book of the same category, or you may want to buy this table as well. So the consulting company will pitch their recommendation engine in a way that we will help you increase your cross-sale percentage from 1% to 4%, and thereby we will increase your revenue by 10%. So for example, currently if 100 people buy your product every hour, with your current recommendation engine, only one person is buying an additional product. We will give you an optimized recommendation engine so that when 100 people will buy your product, on an average 4 people will buy an additional product. Aviation is a very tight margin business, and that's why you see so many airlines going bankrupt. An airline makes money when its planes are full of passengers and the tickets are sold at a reasonable price. If you keep the prices too high, you will lose the customer to a competitor airline. If you keep the price too low, you run the risk of losing money even with high number of passengers. Now just to put things in real world perspective, a big airline in India operates around 1500 flights every day. If they can increase their passenger load factor by just 5% while keeping the same price, their profit can go up substantially. Can you provide them a solution so that they can maintain a high passenger load factor and maximize their profits? Insurance frauds cost $40 billion every year in USA, which means the average premium paid by a hard-working family is much higher than it should be. Can you provide a solution to track and reduce insurance frauds more effectively, thereby making premiums cheaper and the organizations more profitable. Another very relevant problem statement for an insurance organization is how quickly and effectively they settle their claims. If you see a company's annual report, they would boast that they have settled more than 90% of the claims in quick duration and they provide high customer satisfaction. In reality, they all face a common challenge of identifying the beneficiary of a particular policy. For example, maybe the policy was taken 30 years ago and the beneficiary declared at that point of time may have already expired by the time policy was matured. In that case, it gets really difficult for the company to identify who is the next beneficiary and where do they live. Can you provide a solution that will help the companies settle these claims more effectively and that too in a better time frame? We live in a fast moving world where people have barely time to eat. Forget about cooking. Takeouts are the new norm of the urban world, but people are conscious about their health as well. They are willing to pay extra for quality and hygiene. In fact, people would love to order from an app that shows live feed to the kitchen while the food is being cooked, along with authentic sanitation ratings of the restaurant. The world is full of problem statements waiting to be solved. I can list thousands of such problems, and while you watch this video, a lot of very smart people are trying to solve these problems. In the follow-up video, I will show you how a simple business statement, when implemented correctly, can generate a lot of money for the organization. We all know that the world is getting obsessed with cell phones. So how can we help them reduce their cell phone usage? We will implement this problem statement from ideation to delivery end to end. We will see what phases a project goes through, what kind of people and departments are involved. We will understand different terms like cost center, break even, and a lot of other good stuff. I'm really excited about the next video. How about you? Well, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please do comment. If you did not like this video, please do let me know what went wrong so that I can improve my content. And as always, I have a small request. If you have not subscribed to my channel already, please go ahead and do it now so that you get a notification as soon as I upload a new video tutorial.